This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, perfect. So guys, this morning we are discussing on creating a virtual environment with Python for our practicals and a lab environment where we have a dedicated isolated environment for each project we work on. Let's do it as per the best practices. So this morning we were very confident on how to do it on Mac, and now we need to learn how to do it on Python. The first thing I want to highlight here is you need to be aware of the Python dependency. Okay. If you have installed any Python, and in my experience, Anaconda is a platform where we have all the packages for our and for Spider is for that reason I don't want to mess up my Python 3.7 libraries that came from Anaconda with the Python 2.7 that I did with native installation. Basically, native installation means the one you downloaded directly from the Python downloads. That is native. Now, whatever that comes to Anaconda, that is distributed. So let's delete everything and start from scratch. If you also have Python installed on your machine, go ahead and delete them. So basically, to delete any software in your Windows, you use application wizard in the control panel. So I'll take a shortcut for that. Go to Windows R. Sorry guys, escape. Go to Windows R and just say application wizard appwiz.cpl. CPL is control panel. Click on that, and if you see here, it directly pointed me to Python because I was testing Python is installed or not. Yes, Python was already there. So first I'll do is I'll uninstall it completely. Okay, perfect. That's uninstalled. Let me refresh this one here. Perfect. I also make sure if Python launcher is also installed. Python launcher is there. Let me uninstall that one as well. Perfect. It's uninstalled. Okay, now I don't have anything that is related with Python, right? No, all good. Let me close this one. Now let's go to Python downloads. Let me close this one. Go to Python and pip down. Download Python from Python website. Perfect. So be careful, understand the concepts clearly. You are downloading Python 3.7.2, which is latest version. Superb. Click on that. So basically it is giving a .exe file. I don't want that because I want a complete full integrated Python and pip. So for that reason, I go to Python 3.7.2 and here I've got a lot of options. In these options, I'll take Windows x86 executable installer. Okay. This executable installer is the best thing which can give you the full integration of pip and Python. Okay. I'll click on that. It is also giving me .exe executable x86-64. Let me see how it goes. Click on save. and I'm going to download this software in my documents. Go to documents, and I have created a directory called Python software. Perfect. Click on save. Finish downloading, open folder. Now double click that. So guys, remember, now understand carefully. It is going to install this one in this location. Let's make a note of it because we need that very importantly. Notepad. Where is it installing? It's installing in C drive. In C drive, you have users. In users, you have user. In that, you have app data. In that, you have local. In that, you have programs. In that, you have Python. And there, you're installing Python. I'll tell you the reason why this is very important. Python 37-32. Superb. This is fine. Now I made a note of it. Now care to understand. This is including your idle. It is including pip. It is including the documentation, everything. Now add Python 3.72 path is very important because this will install Python and also add. Let me take a pen here. This is a web. 1 minute. I cannot use pen here. Yeah, I have. I can use it. Okay. Let me take it. If you see here, this location is very important. After you install Python software, for the Python software to launch properly, you need to tell, dear Python, the libraries and binaries are sitting in this location. Go ahead and pick it from there and start working. On top of it, whenever you restart your system, the Python binaries and libraries and its environmental variables must be fixed and need not have to be changed. For that reason, let me erase everything. Yeah, for that reason, I'm telling Python to add this in 3.72 path. Okay, now both things are checked. I'm installing it. Yes, install it. Perfect. Let's wait for 2 minutes. Development libraries are done. Executables are done. Now libraries, standard libraries are getting installed. Perfect. Now everything is installed. Now click close. Check if Python is getting led. Superb. It's red, right? Now let's go ahead and check. Let's exit from here first. Perfect. Let's see Python version first. It's 3.7.2. Perfect. And I want to see if Python is picking up properly. It's picking up. Superb. And now I also wanted to see where my Python is installed. Okay. I mean the folder where Python got installed. For that reason, I write a small, I write 3 lines of code. I'm talking to your operating system, so I'll import operating system packages, and I will also talk to system. So I'll say system utilities import, and now I have to get my path where it is installed. So os dot path dot directory name, and which directory name you're looking for? You're looking for system executables. So for that reason, you say sys dot executable. Okay, perfect. So this is where your Python is installed. Now let me show you something about environmental variables. Go to your my computer. This is my computer. Right click, go to properties. In the properties, you have advanced system settings. Click on that. And if you see here environmental variables, click on this. Okay. If you understand here, your Python is already set. Just edit, just click on edit. Do you see this? User, app data, local, programs, Python, Python 372. So these things are already set. That's the reason why I made a note of things here. Because for any reason, if my environment, if Python is not working in Windows, you have to come and check here. So this location is already given here. Okay. So we are all set. Our Python is working as per design. If it is not working, please go and check in your environmental variable. Okay. Perfect. Now let's check if pip is installed or not. Okay. I say pip, wait, exit from here. Sorry, to exit, you need to open and close a bracket. Pip hyphen version. So pip is also installed. We have got pip 18.1. So we are good, guys. We have got both Python and pip installed. Now we need to understand what is the standard procedure of installing the virtual environment. Okay, so pip is also installed, don't worry. And to install a virtual environment, simply say, my dear pip, go and install VirtualEnv. Okay, VirtualEnv. It's collecting it. It will take some time. Let's wait. Okay, if you see here, there is a warning. You are using pip 18.1, however 19.02 is available. You should consider upgrading the pip via python-m upgrade pip. Okay, so I'll say here, I'll copy this one. I'll paste it here. Okay, if you highlight it, that is copied. If you just highlight it, that is copied in this terminal. If you right click, it is pasted. Okay, it's correcting, it's downloading. Good. I'm not sure if the font is good enough or I have to increase it. Successfully installed pip 18.1. You have to wait until you see it brought you pip 19. Okay, successful. Now I'm cool. I got it. Now you installed your virtual environment, but there is also some other kit in Windows with relations to virtual environment to download it. That is nothing but virtual environment wrapper.in. Okay, you need to download that. So very simple. Go and say pip install virtual env wrapper hyphen for Windows. Correcting it. Very good. This is just nothing but one supporting tool for your virtual environment. It's done. Perfect. Now you have got a very proper Python installation, pip installation, and virtual environment installation. Now you need to create a virtual environment for your project. Okay. So what is the project we are dealing with? We are dealing with machine learning project. So basically in Windows, how it works is you need to say make virtual environment for my machine learning project. For that one, I say first see where you are. You are in the directory called user, that is perfect. So just say mkvir make virtual environment, perfect. And what is the project name? Project name is ML, machine learning. Okay, it is creating it. Super, it is using the base prefix. Understand that. Let's wait for 2 minutes. It's a bit slow. We need to wait. It is installing all the setup rules, pips, and wheels for your ML workspace. So we'll have to wait for 2 minutes. System is a bit slow. Perfect. It has done. Okay. Now understand something. Do you see it here? It has created ML. This is nothing but in Mac. Oh, it's not Spotlight. Let me take off. Okay. Let me remove Spotlight. Okay, remove it. One second, guys. I'm removing the Spotlight. Bear with me. Okay, it's gone. Don't worry. So now, if you see here, the ML is created, right? What is this? This is nothing but the way your virtual environment is created. It is just telling you, boss, I have created a virtual environment for you. Okay. Now let me go to pointer. We need to go to our working directory, which is called cdml, because you asked, I want to create a virtualized environment called ML. So go to that directory. Now you're in the directory. This is good. You have to always set a project directory. So this will be your project directory. So just say set project dir and set dot, because this is the project directory for your machine learning project. Now this is perfectly taken as your machine learning project. With this one, you have successfully completed your environment. So one other process I have to explain is from this step, we need to install all the necessary binaries and libraries. Okay. So let's go ahead and install numpys, pandas, and everything. Okay. To do that, we have to understand what all we need. We need Jupyter, we need Matplotlib, we need numpys, we need pandas, we need scipy, we need scikit-learn. Okay. So I say pip3 install, and I use option upgrade if needed. It will upgrade the existing newer versions. Jupyter I want matplotlib. Okay. I also want numpy. One second, guys. I want numpy. Super. I want pandas. Super. 1 minute. I need to put a comma here. Jupyter, matplotlib, numpy, pandas, and after that I need actually not here. I don't need to put any commas. Sorry for the inconvenience. I don't need to put any commas because while importing it I need to put the commas, but installation I don't need. Pandas is done, and just says Skype will be done, and then scikit-learn. Okay, it learn. Collecting Jupyter. It will take some time. Let's wait for a few minutes. This will be your lab. This will be your lab environment completely, totally. So you need not earlier. I have if it was Hadoop, things would have been different. You need a dedicated lab to go ahead and test something. But here, machine learning data sets, get it, download it, process it, pre-process it, prepare your data, and just fit a model to it and check the performance measures, see the predictions, see the scores. You're all set. It'll take some time. Let's wait. Do you see that it was quite faster in operating Mac OS. It's slow because my Mac OS was 16 GB, and this laptop I think was 8 GB. I believe. I think it's almost done. It's trying to validate everything. Let's wait for 2 minutes. Let's wait 2 minutes, guys. Installing corrected packages. Let's wait. I'll be back in a minute. Let's wait for it to complete the. It has installed the corrected packages. It's trying to validate it. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm not sure why it's taking so much time, but I'll have to wait. It shouldn't take this long, but yeah, let's wait. Yeah, it's doing something. It's installing and it's doing all the. Okay, perfect. It's not completed. Cool. So it has completed all the downloading Jupyter, Matplotlib, NumPy, Pandas, and scikit-learn. So now let me quickly import it. I'll say Python 3 hyphen C. I'll say go ahead and import all the packages. Nothing is here. Don't think I can, but yeah, let's even see. Import. What are you trying to import? You're importing Jupyter. You're importing Matplotlib. I'll tell you the use case for each and every package what we're doing here. Don't worry. I need NumPy. I need Pandas, and I need Skype, and I need sklearn. Okay, makes sense to me. Let me quickly see what happens. Okay, Python 3 is not executable file. Okay, if I say Python, what happens? Let's see. Perfect, imported properly, right? So let's revisit. We have done all the necessary process and procedures that are required for us to install Python, pip, virtual environment, and then installing the software which we need. Now let's try opening the Jupyter notebook. Perfect. The zip notebook is getting opened. Superb. The notebook is opened. I'm proud of it. Let me quickly increase the size, or do I have to do Windows plus? No. Control plus. Okay, cool. Now let me go ahead and create a new Python 3 notebook. Super. This is done. So what are we going to do? Let me go ahead and show you the example. I say import pandas as PD. I'll tell you why I'm using pandas. No, not this one. I have to first install the software. First I have to download my data set. So I say import operating system. I say import tar file. I explain you why I'm using tar file. And then I say I want from 6 moves. I need a sub package called userlib for urlib. Yes, say shift enter. 1 minute. I'm not sure why it is throwing error message from 6 dot import spelling mistake. That's the mistake. URL library. Okay, perfect. This has 1 minute, guys. Let me do it again. It has taken properly. So now, where is your download directory? Your download directory is in our Guru Ageron's GitHub directory. So just say Ageron GitHub. If you see here, machine learning hands-on, and if you go here, you'll have a master directory. Don't worry about all these things. We'll discuss about it in future. We don't need this. We need to understand the process first. Go to hands-on ML. Go to data sets. You have housing corporation dataset here, and you have housing.tz here. Okay, so this is my okay. First, let me go ahead. Data sets, or let me go to this point. If I go till this point, what I can see data sets. So let me open this in new tab, and I want to download this data sets first. In this data set, I only need housing corporation, right? So to do that, what I have to do, I have to first say the download route. As I said, you need to give instructions. Your download route will be HTTPS. Always use data when you download the content. GitHub user content.com, and our author name is Ageron, and we are working on hands-on ML project. So hands-on ML project, in that you have a master tree, and in that master tree you have data sets. In the data sets you have what you call housing. Perfect. So after that, what is the path of your housing? So you say housing path. Housing path will be inside your data set directory. Okay, I'll show that once again. Ageron hands-on ML master. Okay, now try to understand something. Till master is my download route. You understood that. Perfect. But what happens here is, if I right click on it, I have a directory called dataset. In that dataset, I have a directory called housing. And if I open that, in that I have a dataset called housing.csv. Before that CSV, I have got a TZZ, which is a zip file. This zip file should be unzipped, and this unzip must be able to accessible to my machine learning libraries. Okay, this is what I was talking about. And if I click on this, if I view raw data, it will take some time because it's a huge file. Let's wait for 1 second. See, this is my raw file. Okay, for me to open that, what I have to do is I have to tell my operating system this directory called data sets, and underneath you have a directory called housing subfolder, main folder. In that main folder you have subfolder. Okay, now go to housing underscore URL. So the whole URL must be your full GitHub directory plus housing path. In that you have a housing dot tzz, which is star file. So for that I say download root plus housing path. Just say tab, it will show you. And then in that I have a directory called housing dot tzz. Perfect. This is what we need to do. So quickly let's shift enter. This has done. Now I'm going to create a function. The function name will be fetch housing data. Okay, fetch housing underscore data. Okay, in that one I have to give parameters. The parameters equal to housing underscore URL. Sorry, housing underscore URL is equal to I'll map this user variable to the main variable housing URL. One second, guys. I don't know why it's not pointing out, but yeah, housing URL. And then my housing path will be equal to uppercase housing path. Housing underscore path is equal to housing underscore path. Perfect. Now try to understand. From here, I'm going to start my function. Indentation starts here. Okay, cool. So if my operating system doesn't have that path, I need to create it. So say it, if not os dot path dot is directory is not there, you need to create it. What is directory name? That is housing path. What is housing path? Housing path is again this one. This one. Housing path is again this one. Okay. So be careful. Housing underscore path. Perfect. Here I'm going to start indentation again. Be careful. There's spelling mistake here. Remove that. Come here. Click enter. So now it has to make a OS make directory. Go ahead and watch the other video. There I have explained. Here I'm explaining again. There I have copy pasted it. Here I'm not copy pasting it. That's the only difference. Housing make directory, housing path. It has to create the directory if that's not created. Okay, cool. This is it. Now what happens is, what is my tzz path? My tzz is nothing but the zip file path. The zip file path will be equal to os.path. Just say tab, it will take os path dot use a join statement, and that join statement will join your housing path and your housing.tzz. Housing.tzz. Perfect, makes sense to me. And now your URL library. Your URL library dot request dot URL retrieve. Which one? Which URL you have to retrieve is the question here. Okay, just URL and tab, it will take up. So that will be nothing but housing URL. Housing, what is housing URL? Is okay, guys. I'll explain this more easily for you. Give me 1 minute. Now, this is the whole URL, right? Okay. This URL will be first the download route. This one. Second one is housing path plus housing.tzz. You may ask me, Amarnath, why the hell didn't you give the whole directory? The reason why I haven't, your Python will not be able to go ahead and point to the subdirectories and main directories, subdirectories, and the content-based other directories because of the way GitHub raw data works. For that reason, I have to split this one into 3 sets. So I have divided download route into one, housing path into one and housing URL into one. In housing URL, I have joined all the three. I have used a join statement there. That's what it is. Let me quickly erase all the drawings. Let me go to pointer. Now, URL retrieve is done. And what is your URL retrieve? Your URL retrieve is nothing but housing path. That's the housing path. Somewhere I think I have did a small mistake, because if you see here, if I say tab, it is showing housing UR equal to, which is housing URL actually. So somewhere I have given housing, yeah, here. That's the mistake. Housing URL equal to. Perfect. Now if I say tab, housing URL, housing path. So I'm talking about my housing path here. I'm talking about my housing URL here. So take your housing URL. And I'll explain this more clearly next time. Don't worry about it. When we talk about Python classes, you will get there. This is done. And next bit is housing.tzz. See, you said housing.tzz, right? You have to define what that is. That is nothing but tar file.open, which is nothing but you have to open the tar file, use this one, and say tzz underscore path. Super. This is done. And then housing underscore tzz dot extract all. And what is the path? Path is nothing but housing underscore path. Perfect. After that, you need to close housing underscore tzz dot close. Perfect. Now let's run this one. Shift enter. And now let me call fetch underscore housing underscore data. Shift enter. There is an error. Let me see. OS has no attribute make directory. Spelling mistake, because that is make dirs. Make dir. Give me 1 second. Spelling mistake here. It's dirs. I don't know why it is not letting me make the changes. Here it is allowing, but why is it not allowing here? Okay, done. We have done that. mkdir. I made a spelling mistake. That is dirs. This is the reason why. This is what happens when you don't copy paste it. You will understand the errors what you're making in the process. So don't copy paste it. Try to write the whole program by yourself. Shift enter. And now if I do shift enter, it worked. Now if I go here, I have datasets, I have housing, but I don't have anything here. There is something wrong. Let's go back and check. What it is telling is error HTTP 4.4 not found. Okay, let's quickly check something. HTTPS raw GitHub user content.com hands-on ML is perfect, master is perfect, data sets is perfect, housing is perfect, and you said housing path, and I got the problem. Here I have to keep a forward slash. That's a mistake. Okay, let me run this again. Let me start from scratch. Perfect. 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 Now it has run successfully. Now if you come here, if you refresh this, go to datasets, housing, it's still running. It's still running. Let's wait. It's still running. It's not as fast as in Mac. if it is going to throw an error message, it would have thrown by now. It didn't throw because it's still running. Let's wait. Practice this one, guys. This is very important. Please practice this. It helps you a lot. I can just simply copy paste it. The reason why I have not copy pasted is I want you to start thinking like that, and I want you to create that mindset from right now. Let me delete this and run again. I'm also deleting this one. So if I run it again, let's see what happens. I'll say kernel restart. Okay. So first I'm going to run this one. Shift enter. Done. And then I'm running this one. Shift enter. Done. And now I'm going to run this one. It has run. Nothing is created yet. I'm happy. But when I run this one, it has to be created. Yeah, perfect. Let's go here. Datasets, housing. Now you see you got housing CSV file, and you also got your housing.tar file. So you have got your dataset now. Okay. So I think this is till this point we have discussed today. It's all good. This is the way how you can get your stuff done in your Windows laptop also. Happy learning. See you tomorrow. I'll explain more Python concepts in the weekend workshop. But meanwhile, let's get going with the concepts of machine learning. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy.